charge and control over each and every one. This morning, oh God, I bring the radio station before you. Each and every one inside it, touch, guide, and protect. Father God, have mercy and compassion on us. And you taught us to pray, our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be your name. Your kingdom come. Your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from all evil. For thine is your kingdom, your power, and your glory forever and ever. Amen. And I can do all things through Christ who strengtheneth me. And this is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Mr. Donald, have a blessed morning.
You too, my dear. Have a wonderful day, Mona, and thank you so very much for blessing us this morning.
Right.
Okay, bye. What's up, Grenada? Good morning. Thanks again, Mona. It was really, really special of you to do that. So, what's good? Intercall. Yeah, that's the big thing right now. Let me quickly check and see what let's see. Let me check and quickly see what the scores. I'm going to check to see if I can get the latest scores for you. I think I saw it in a particular chat, in a SAS chat. Yes, that's where I saw it. Proud to say that. I saw it in a SAS chat. And there's so many messages in that chat. It's just crazy. Oh boy. Come on. Can somebody help me with the scores? Oh boy. Can somebody please help? Okay, I just sent out a SOS. Maxine Belfon, top of the morning to you, and also Adrian Watson, Kathleen Ledlow, how are you doing? Gemma Ward and Christine Otley, always faithful, always there with Real 91.9 FM. We are looking for it again. This is the second week we're looking for it again this week to have Dalton with us. And unfortunately, he's not able to make it with us again this morning. So we'd have to shelve what we had with Dalton and try to see if we can do some makeup and see. Okay, and then BJ. Well, yeah, usually BJ gets here. So we'll see what happens. BJ should be here around about 8 o'clock. If he could be earlier, would he be harvesting bananas this week? I'm not sure. They did just do some harvesting last week. Yeah, I got coffee. Compliments, Abby. Abby, good morning. How are you? Did she make the coffee? No, she didn't make it. She just gave me the raw coffee like that. Say, go make your own coffee. Because I didn't have any. Yeah. So, let's see. Deborah Laborde, good morning to you. Goddess, how is Texas, girl? Yeah, Goddess, I think you're really missing in action, I mean, and you're not even letting us know when you're coming to Grenada. That's not a good thing. Alban Harris, top of the morning to you also. And here's hoping that you and your family will have a wonderful day. So, drumsticks should check in any moment now. And then we'll be heading down to the Morris Bishop International Airport Meteorological Office for the latest weather news, yeah, to keep us abreast as to what is taking place weather-wise. Let me see if somebody has sent me the scores. No. Come on, what's wrong with y'all? Don't let me have to shout. See? That's not good. Don't let me have to shout. Oh, and for those of you who've been asking about the funeral of Winston White. Yeah, Winston White. The funeral service will be on Tuesday Tuesday the 19th, in case you didn't know that as yet. Tuesday the 19th of March, that's when the funeral service will be. And it will be held at the St. Patrick or the Satyrs Catholic Church. I realize they take out, there's no Roman again, so that's gone. No Roman Catholic, so it's Catholic Church. So there's no Roman Catholic school in St. Patrick anymore. It is the Catholic school, the Satyrs Catholic School. Yeah, that's what it is. And the Shantimel Catholic School. The Holy Spirit, yeah. I don't know if the Satyrs has a name attached to it. I know Tivoli is Sacred Heart. But nonetheless, so there's the Satyrs Catholic Church. So that's where the funeral service for the late Winston White, former senator of Grenada, funeral service will be there at the Satyrs Catholic Church, and the burial will be at the Marley Cemetery. And that's going to be on Tuesday. All right? You know, all right, I'm a part of a particular chat, yeah? And I've been ever since the chat started, I've been a part of the chat. But I've never seen so many people wanting to be a part of that chat and just basically using the link to add themselves to the chat. And that's good, wonderful. But you know what? Then they go dormant for the next year, and then they, whenever it's intercall again, then they surface and start to say all sorts of things. Any event, drumsticks, where are you? There are a couple of things that I want to say, but I want to get these things out of the way first, and then there are a couple of things that I believe I need to say. Good morning to Shirley Scarrett. How are you? And baby daddy, as usually says, Hulk up the likes. Come on, let's get the likes going. And good morning to Jerome Lewis. Jerome Lewis, where are you? You said good morning, Grenada. It gives me the impression that you are outside of Grenada. Are you in St. Vincent, Trinidad, Tobago? Or are you in the USA? Where are you, Jerome Lewis? All right. I want to, within the next 10 minutes or so, I want to reach up to at least 50 likes in the next 10 minutes. 50 likes in the next 10 minutes, and I'll be very, very happy. Nobody will be happier than me if we can get 50 likes within the next 10 minutes. Is it possible? Yes, it is possible. Once you just to press that. Okay, let's see how I do this. Okay, and we go. Okay, we do this, and right. So then I take the link from here and I place it over here. Yes, so that's to share the link. No, we copy this. Share that link and share that link with the folks on the WhatsApp. Good morning to everybody on the WhatsApp. Good morning. How are you doing? All right, so all right, paste that there, and bingo, we're gone. Right, so that's placed there. So we need those 50 likes in the next 10 minutes. Is that possible? How many likes do we have already? We have 13 likes. Come on, we need 50 likes within the next. Faithlin Halley Douglas, before you do anything, press the like button. Errol Bonaparte, do same. Ann Leo, what's up? Pearl Charles, how you doing? Jerome Lewis, so you're in Toronto. Did you press the the like button already for this morning? And also to Goddess Bella. Bella, did you do that? I'll be in St. Andrews. Okay. On the what? John Mills, sorry. In St. Andrews on the 7th, on the 20th of the 7th month. 8/9/19. Oh, to the 19th of the 8th. Wow. I'll be a long time girl. Looking forward to seeing you. Yeah. You Texas gal. Are you gonna be bringing a longhorn with you? You should do that. Jocelyn Matheson, good morning to you. And come on, come on. Remember, I said 50 likes in the next 10 minutes. We got drumsticks on the line there. Good morning, drummers.
Hello, good morning to you.
How you doing, my dear? Talk to me, love.
I read from the Word of God, St. John chapter 2, water made into wine. And the third day there was a marriage in Canaan of Galilee, and the mother of Jesus was there, and both Jesus were called and his disciples to the marriage. And when they wanted wine, the mother of Jesus said unto him, They have no wine. Jesus said unto her, Woman, what have I to do with thee? My hour is not yet come. His mother said unto his servant, Whatsoever he said unto you, do it. And there were, he had 3 water tops of stone after the marriage, and he purified of the jar, containing 2 or 3 francs as spices. Jesus said unto them, Fill the water tops with water, and they filled them up to the brim. And he said unto them, Draw out now, and bear unto the governor of the feast, and they bear it. When the ruler of the feast had tasted the water that they made wine, he knew not whence it was, but the servant which drew the water knew it, the governor of the feast, called the bridegroom, and said unto him, Every man at the beginning does set forth good wine, and when the man have well drank them, that which it arose. But thou hast kept the good wine until now. This is the end of the scripture reading.
And thank you so very much. So,
on this night, not advanced now, but related body greetings to Miss Eastern Well of my capital, but it was Sunday and I forgot. But I know she enjoyed herself. Eastern, you have a wonderful day. And Miss Gemma Warwood, today's her anniversary. I wish you all the best and God blessing, and wish she live to see many, many more to come. And you have a wonderful day, Mr. Andre. Keep up the good work.
are you so sure I'm doing any work?
I know that.
Good morning. How you doing? You day?
Right now, we outside.
What?
Blue.
I hear you.
I said we outside. Blue.
Say it again, girl. Say it again.
We outside. Up inside of everybody.
Well, I'm looking at the scores here.
Yeah, 163.50, man.
What?
I think it's 163.50. SAS had and then GBSS had 142.
Are you sure?
Yeah, that's what I did latest I saw. I don't know.
When did you see that?
Last night.
Can you send that for me?
Sure.
Huh?
Sure thing.
On my phone, because I have a score here and I don't think it's based on what you're saying. Then what I have here is not correct because I have a score that says 105.50.
Nah, that was in the evening. The last score was 151 and 141.
Mm-hmm. And
it changed 163.50, 142.
up in hold on. Dogo. A girl sending me, I think they girl. Hold on. Chimney Hill sending me. Yeah, 163 and a half. Yeah.
Up inside
And 142.
Yeah, man, that is it.
Blow!
Very good.
Watch, next year we gotta bring down we own commentary team, eh?
Of course.
Yeah. I'll find you. I'll bring down we own commentary.
And the commentators need to do better than that.
We had to get a commentary team that is made up of people who know the athletes who are from St. Mark, who are from St. Patrick, who are from St. Andrew, and even St. John. Because the only athletes they seem to be talking about is if you're from St. David's and if you're from St. George's. That ain't making sense. We had to change that.
Of course.
Yeah, we gotta go down big and change that.
Of course.
I had to start talking to Lester Smith early, and say, look, Lester, let's go down and do this thing, man.
Yeah,
So,
man.
you good?
Yeah, man, for now.
Okay, then have a wonderful one.
Yeah, you too.
Okay, great. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Ja! Yeah, man. Rastafari. Yeah, let me go back and give you the latest scores that I have. Okay, so let's deal with girls. Ladies first at all times. The St. David's Catholic Secondary School, they are out front on 100 and... Oh boy, where is that? It just disappeared here. Back here. They're out front on 121 and a half. Anglican High School, they are on 104. Boca Secondary, doing well on 61. St. Andrew's Anglican Secondary, bleeding blue. And they are on 53 and a half. So they can still be in the mix in terms of the top 3 positions. That there's possibilities there. St. Joseph's Convent St. George is on 50. St. Joseph Convent St. Andrew on 47. McDowell College not doing too bad on 43. And Happy Hill Secondary School, that's the girls, they're on 24. Bishop's College, that is, they are on 21. And the Hillsborough Secondary School, they're on 20. And the Grenville Secondary School on 16. And the Grenada Christian Academy, they're on 10. And Wesley Hall Secondary School, they're on 8. Wester Hall Secondary School, they're on 8. Not doing as good as they're accustomed to. And Wesley College, they're on 4. St. John's Christian Secondary School, they're on 2. St. Mark Secondary, they are on 1. And the Grenada Seventh-day Adventists, or GSDA, yeah, they're on 1. And what is SGI? Oh, no, that one. Let me just double check. The St. George's Institute. Yeah. And I'm asking you all to do this, eh? The name of the school is the Grenada Seventh-day Adventist Comprehensive School. All right? So give them people their thing and when you put GSDA, no, the Grenada Seventh-day Adventist Comprehensive School. All right? So, and in the male division, out front on 163 and a half, SAS, the St. Andrew's Anglican Secondary School. The Grenada Boys Secondary School, they trail. They're on 142. And the St. David's Catholic Secondary, they're on 67. PBC, they're on 63 and a half. And we're looking at McDowell College. They are in there, at 5th position. They're on 57. Boca Secondary in the boys, they're on hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so McDowell College on 57, Boca is on 43. All right, so basically that's it there. Every school thus far that I'm seeing here, they would have accumulated at least a point. All right. Chimney Hill, if you believe that you need to call me about something, feel free. Call. The line is open. But that is after I do the weather. All right? So stick with us. This is real. This is 91.9 FM on your dial.
The number one. It's the number one. Why you disown agriculture? I'm talking to the youths of this nation and those wicked politicians, like they want to structure the plan. Well, from to the revolution, agriculture was on top. Man jacked this and didn't do too bad after.
It is real. It's 91.9, 91.5, www.derailfmgrenada.com. He was known for football when he attended secondary school. I'm speaking of none other than Jason Robertson, who attended the St. John's Christian Secondary School. Yeah, I think he did a bit of athletics. But this morning, he's going to give us the weather. Good morning, Jason.
Morning to Andre and morning to our listeners of Real FM. Let's take a look at the weather for today, Thursday, the 14th day of March 2024. At Point Charlene, it is fair. A moderate breeze is from the east at 13 miles per hour. The barometric pressure is 13.6 millibars, which is above normal and rising. Present temperature 26.9 degrees Celsius, relative humidity 79%. Yesterday's maximum temperature was 31.1 degrees Celsius and the minimum last night 25.7 degrees Celsius. Over the past 24 hours, we had 2.3 millimeters of rain. The total for the month so far 17.3 millimeters. Now for the public forecast for Grenada, Carriacou, and PT Martinique, valid for today and tonight. The weather is expected to be generally fair and windy, becoming partly cloudy at times. Any shower should be light and brief. Today's maximum temperature should reach 31 degrees Celsius. The wind should be east-northeasterly to east-southeasterly at 15 to 25 miles per hour. The sea should be moderate to rough with waves 5 to 8 feet in open waters. The public should take note here that a marine advisory is in effect. The tides is currently falling will be low at 12:15 a.m. and high at 6:15 p.m. Sunset today 6:17, sunrise tomorrow 6:14. To repeat the forecast, the weather is expected to be generally fair and windy, becoming partly cloudy at times. Any shower should be light and brief. From the Maurice Bishop International Airport, Jason Roberts reporting.
Thank you, Jason. Have yourself a wonderful day. Former student, that is, of the St. John Christian Secondary School. Shaper, as it's called. St. Rose. Oh, no, I didn't see St. Rose. Did they take part? I didn't see St. Rose. Morton Secondary School, that's located in St. John. Yeah, I didn't see them on the list. Am I missing any other secondary school? I don't think I am. There's only St. Rose I'm not seeing there. Yeah. Ian Edwards, top of the morning to you. How are you doing, Ian? Everything going well? Yeah, haven't heard from you in a while. All right, now Chimney Hill, if you got something to say, now's your time to say it. Come on, call. I give you 2 minutes. Yeah, let me hear what your woes are. Yeah, to the students, athletes, management and staff of the St. Andrew Anglican Secondary School, all the best for today. We've led on day 1, we've led on day 2. There's absolutely no reason why we should not be leading at the end of day 3. Yeah? Bringing that home. See, it's the winning ways which can work here. The winning ways. So, where's Chimney? She's not calling? And then she'll do so and try to call me and mud up my thing a little bit later on. And Chimney, you have the chance to call. All right? All kind of people who ain't accustomed praying for their school right now. Do you believe that? When they're supposed to be doing things for the school, helping to make the athletes better, they ain't doing it, but no. Good morning. Hello.
Good morning, Andre.
Oh, that's you there. Now, you seem to have an issue. What is your issue? Let's get straight to it. Bang.
Yes. Well, I looked at the intercall yesterday, and for the 100 meter preliminaries, there was an issue. Now, I'm gonna explain what happened. So
what happened or what you saw?
What I saw.
Because what happened and what you saw is 2 different things. Could be, yeah? You know that.
Well, if you say so. But the first batch ran.
You're talking about the heats, right?
Yeah, in the heats.
Okay, gone.
They ran, and while they were running, the GBSS guy stopped in the middle of the track and was like, what is it? What happened or whatever? Something like that he was doing. But the rest of the children ran to the very end. Now, immediately, the commentators with the biased self were saying that the race needs to be run over and all this. kinds of things. No, we on the outside did not understand what happened, but from what they were saying is that they were, I'm not sure if the commentators knew what happened either, but it just so happened that they made a decision for the GBSS guy to run over. What I'm seeing now is that they gave the other athletes option to run over because it was a false start, but the other athletes chose not to run over the race, and they allowed the GBSS guy to run over the race. Now, this is my thing.
Okay,
if it's a false start,
go on.
right? Then the cameras are so professional now that you can go back and see who did the false start and disqualify that person, right? The other thing is, because of the fact that it's a false start, the other thing is, it shouldn't be an option where everybody you ask them if they want to run over. Is it part of the athletic? Is it part of the, because they are abiding by rules internationally? So is it part of the international rule where you ask an athlete if it's an option or to run over, or is it like, well, there's a false start, you disqualify the person and you have to run over the race. But there's a video circulating around where there was no false start.
Okay.
There wasn't a false start.
Okay.
The young man is claiming.
Do you have the video?
A teacher.
Do you have?
It has to be sent to me. But I spoke to a teacher.
Can you get it?
I'll send it to you.
Please.
Once I get it.
Yeah.
So there wasn't a false start. No, this thing bothering me because at the end of the day, the young man got to run his race, him alone, and everything. There's nothing, you stopping in the middle and asking something, and whose fault it is? The officials? If it's the officials' fault, then everybody needs to run over, not him alone. If it's the officials' fault, they need to disqualify, or this race should not even be. You shouldn't even allow the rest of the athletes to run.
Okay.
You
right,
understand what I mean?
All right. So based on what you said, let's try and break it down. First thing, false start. If there's a false start, then the race has to be recalled.
Exactly.
Now, how do you recall a race? If there's a false start, then there is supposed to be a double shot of the pistol.
Right. So,
all right. So hold on. If there wasn't a double shot, then there was no false start.
Exactly.
So was there a double shot of the pistol?
Well, the young man is claiming that he heard a double shot, but the others ran to the end.
Okay.
So
hold on. No, it is not what the young man claims he heard. If you claim that you heard a double shot, that is entirely up to you. That's your problem. That's not anybody else's problem. As long as the officials did not fire that second shot, then the race is a go.
Right.
There's absolutely nothing anybody can do. The other thing is that we have to understand that while we see the cameras, and we see replays with the cameras, for the officials to go to the cameras, it means that there must have been an agreement before, right?
Well, they didn't go to the cameras.
Hold on. You mentioned the cameras. You said that there were cameras and they could have gone back and see.
Yes, but
I'm saying to you, no, they can't. Because if there was not an arrangement before, because you have to have cameras positioned properly so as to see everything at every angle, and that is going to be very expensive. So even if you see TNR Communications or whoever is doing the streaming, even if they're bringing their replays and they're showing you false starts or they might show you different things, that's them. That's their production. That is not a production that the officials can use if it was not agreed to before.
But I must tell you that Jason Skeet was when there were false starts, would say thanks to the cameras, and they would normally go back to the to who.
Yes, they can go back.
Yes,
that's okay. They can go back. There's nothing stopping them. That's a private thing. There's nothing stopping them. That that does not influence, based on my knowledge, unless there is an agreement to so do. That does not influence what is taking place on the field. The officials don't really have that to go back to based on how this thing is supposed to happen. There's one other thing.
What I understand is
there is one other thing. Hold on. There's one other thing. I have never seen in all my years, how many now? Is it 57 or 58? Somewhere around there, I don't remember. But I have never seen a situation where an athlete is allowed to run on his own. If he is allowed to run on his own, and I'm just going here by just basic knowledge, if he's allowed to run on his own, then it means that all the athletes who were part of that heat, then those athletes are no longer able to qualify for the finals, and he alone will be the one who can qualify. Because based on what you said, he and all the others were given the opportunity to rerun. The others said no, they're not rerun, they're not going to rerun. He decided to rerun. So once they allow him to rerun that race, then it means that the others, they are now disqualified, because you cannot have another heat within a heat.
Right. So let's just say there was a double gun. There were two guns going off. Then the officials must have seen who false started, and
for that to happen, for that second pistol to go off, I'm not too sure, because you see what happens. The technology of international meets, the false start comes from the starting blocks.
Oh, the blocks, yes.
When this block, the blocks are they have sensors on them. So when you put your pressure on the blocks, because when you go onto your marks, so the blocks recognizes that there's somebody there. Set, when you come up on set, that means you are now positioned in a way that the blocks is now what is keeping you up, because your weight is on the blocks because you're getting ready to kick off.
Right.
So the minute time you lean forward and the block senses that you've made that movement, that's why you're not supposed to make a movement. When the block senses that you've made that movement, then you will get the double sound of the gun. Okay. Because if you realize that the international meets, there are no guns. You don't see any guns. Right? All this is technology and control that way. We don't have it. I don't believe that we have it.
Yeah.
We don't have that technology. So, if that is the case, if we don't have it, then what you find happening is that there is the starter, and then there's another person who is looking at the race. His job is just to look at the race. And if he sees, when that gun goes, if he sees somebody that he believes would have false started, he pops his gun. That's how you get the double shot. So it's not the starter. It's not the starter anymore. In the games, like when SAS has their sports and McDonald College have their sports, you have one person. But at that level, you're supposed to have two persons. Now, here's what. And I'm going based on what you said because I did not see this, yeah? But here's what. If you have a situation where somebody false started, when that person false start, based on international rules, you're disqualified.
Absolutely.
Right. Now, in that race, who did they disqualify in the heats?
No one.
All right.
No one was this. That's
All
the point. It's
Yeah.
the guy who is the only person who had the double gun. And if indeed there was a false start, then somebody should have been disqualified and the race ran over.
No.
But the guy protested.
Go ahead.
But the individual protested, stating that he had a double gun or something like to that effect.
How far into the race did he get?
I'm not sure, it's about 10 or 15 meters into the race. He was running and he stopped in the race.
What position was he at? Was he ahead? Was he ahead of everybody? Was he behind?
He was behind. So he saw everybody run and finish the race. He was behind Joshim, as a matter of fact, the stats guy.
Yeah, but I don't believe that an athlete can claim, hey, I heard 2 shots, or I didn't leave the block because I didn't hear the gun. That's it. That's your folly.
That's fine.
That's your problem. That's your problem. Yeah, that's not the official. That's not the officials' problem, and they're not supposed to
blame.
No.
They claim that they were wrong or something to that effect.
So it is what just happened there. Hold on. What just happened there is that the officials accepted that they made a mistake. However, they made a mistake, and that's based on the fact that a false start happened or a second gun went off. They accepted that. Once they allow the guy to run again, they're saying that a second gun went off. Now, the question begs to be asked. Did a second gun go off? Because they're the ones who would know.
Exactly.
Did a second gun go off? Or was it just a figment of the young man's imagination that he heard a gun go off? But then again, you have to understand, so many guns right now, it could have hit all kind of gun there all over the place. So,
it depends on where you stay. Probably hear gun ringing in
You understand? Depend on where he lives.
I mean, okay, so in that instance, what I think should have been done is an explanation should have been given. Because as to why the young, because this is an official event.
Okay, now here's what. You and I don't know whether or not an explanation was given.
No, it wasn't.
No, you don't know. They don't have to give an explanation to you.
Oh, okay.
The officials, because what has to happen here is that the coaches, they go to the director of the games. All of them. All the other schools. They should have hold on, let me talk. They should have gone to the director of the games and lodge a complaint. And then the director of the games would now speak to his officials. And then he will do so and formulate a report and give it to all the other thing.
Yes, because
and mind you, there is still time for protest to take place.
Of course.
And if that happens, the medal can be taken away from the young man who won the event.
Absolutely.
It can be taken away.
Yes.
And if the coaches of all the other teams are dissatisfied with what happened, then they should continue to protest this even until after Intercall today. They can continue that protest and say, hey, let us do so and tell us exactly what happened here. Did a second gun go off? And why is it that he was the only one
to run over?
To run over, the only one who heard a second gun and stopped.
Mm-hmm.
You have 8 athletes running. There are 8 lanes. Out of 8 of you running, only one heard a double gun. Dying looked at, well, boy, them fellas on that hill in Tantine, they are good hearing. They are good hearing.
Well, let me tell you, the school did protest, but it was overruled.
Overruled on what grounds?
I didn't answer details.
But then they can still take it. They can take it further, Listen, they can take it further. if they believe that the overruling of it was not fair, they can take it to the Principals Association, and then they can take it to court. No, it can go. I mean, and if you have a team of coaches who are really dissatisfied with how things are being run off, then they can do something and say, you know what, let us make this thing, into something. Let us show them that, we really and truly need to be treated differently. And they can take it to court. And then you'll have to do some, the person who, what's his name? The person who did the second shot. We need to know whether or not there was a second shot.
Yes.
And how come in the second shot, how come he was the only one to hear it? And if there was a second shot, who was the person that should have been disqualified?
Because then you would have seen, or you would have gotten the sensitivity from the starting block.
No, you wouldn't. I don't think that they have that that kind of
ability.
No, I don't think that they have that as yet. I really don't think that. So
then they should have. If there was a second gun, then they should have seen for them to actually throw call the second gun, because the second gun is the false start gun. So for there to be a second shot, then it means that you must have seen whose false start is.
And there's also another thing besides the second gun. The track judges. That's what they're there for, And you see them all over the place. You see them with a yellow flag and a white flag in their hand. Did any one of the track judges who were there at the starter's point, did any one of them throw a yellow flag?
No, the red finish and no strength go inside the place.
That's what I'm telling you. So if nobody threw a yellow flag in the air, that means nothing went wrong. That means nothing went wrong. So, who is the meet director? Who's the director of the games?
Well, I can't tell you, I don't think I heard his name.
I don't know.
I know those commentators, they were so biased.
There you see, let me tell you something. And
imagine you have a man calling.
I blame you all. And I'll tell you why I blame you all. And listen to this very, very carefully. Listen to this very, very carefully. We do not support our own. We do not support our own. If we support our own, then we will not have that sort of a something taking place. I gotta go because I have a program coming up shortly.
All right.
So I gotta go. But we need to support our own. True. When we support our own, then these things will not happen. And why they wouldn't happen? Because we're supporting our own. We need to start supporting our own. We're supporting everyone else except our own.
True.
And if we support our own, then we will be satisfied that our own will speak about our athletes, our own will interview our athletes.
True.
But we don't support our own. We support outside of.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? And that is where it is all, it's all. Listen, if we support our own, what's it? Top FM? Top FM.
Mm-hmm.
You have Labe 1.
Mm-hmm.
You have the other one in Granville. What's it called? There's top.
Yeah, Vibes FM, I think. Yeah,
whatever. But there are about 3 radio stations in St. Andrew. There's one in St. Patrick. And the one in St. Patrick, which is Real FM, we have the capabilities, and of course we need to improve and get better cameras, but we have the capabilities to do a games. But the businesses, they are not supporting, because if they did, then all these stations that I've just called can pull their resources together and go down to the stadium, make application and go down to the stadium. And when you hear a broadcast, if a child from the Grenada Boys Secondary School is out in front, it will be said that that person is out in front. If a child from SAS is trailing in the race and the camera can pick him up, and because he come in last, that is his business. He should have know to do better than that.
Exactly.
You understand? If you want camera, run in the front. No, it's simple as that. But when you have what you are speaking of, then we have a problem. Have a good day. Take care of yourself. God bless you.
Bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye.
We used to ship plenty nectars.
The St. Patrick's RC Satyrs and Holy Spirit RC Chantimel presents their Lenten Mission. Time 6 p.m. from March 11th to March 15th. Heart on fire, feet on the move. Inspired by Luke 24:13-35. Holy Spirit RC Church Chantimel on Monday and Tuesday. At the Satyrs Hard Court on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Featured speaker Father Gerard Paul. Come one, come all, and listen to the Word of God.
In an industry where customers expect quality, M&N Hardware Limited is a leader in locally manufactured aluminum windows, doors, roofing, and guttering. Our manufacturing division is efficient, flexible, and will always go the extra mile to surpass customer expectations. If you need security, sash, casement, or projected windows, we're able to do it. Our security and heavy-duty doors are state-of-the-art and can be customized specifically for you. Using innovative coating technologies and protective film, our roofing and guttering is weather-resistant, providing outstanding color retention for many years. Available in 24 and 26 gauge and a variety of color options. We are the leading company, a family that is proving to customers they can have their dream products. M&N Hardware Limited. Foundation to roof, let's build together.
Welcome listeners to another program of Did You Know? A 5-minute feature from the Grenville Cooperative Credit Union. I am your presenter, Oslin Crosby. On this week's program, we share on the topic, Facts About Credit Unions. The credit union movement was established in the 1850s in Germany, and from that time grew to North America in the early 1900s. Did you know that credit unions are not-for-profit organizations? One of the differences between credit unions and the banks is that credit unions are not-for-profit, so they don't have to answer to shareholders like banks do. This means a credit union's sole focus is to help its members, not increase shareholder profits. Membership eligibility. One of the biggest misconceptions about credit unions is that many people don't qualify to join. A fun fact about credit unions, however, is that most people are eligible. Becoming a member means becoming an owner. While banks are owned by shareholders, credit unions are owned by their members. If you're a member of a credit union, you are a part owner of it. When you become a member of a credit union, you get a share account. That account represents your share of ownership. One of the perks that comes with ownership is the ability to elect the board of directors. Board members are actually voted upon by the members of the credit union in a democratic election process. Credit unions reinvest in their communities. By broadening the scope of focus from the individual to the community, credit unions take financial well-being to another level. One example of this is that deposits made at a local credit union stay in the local community. From there, your money could 1. Help finance a student's education through scholarships and grants, as is done now at the GCCU in the school adoption program. 2. Help a family get a home loan. 3. Go towards the local fundraisers. 4. Support small business expenses. Credit unions follow a philosophy of people helping people, and there's no better way to show that than a credit union investing in its community. When we come back, we share more facts about credit unions. And just in case you are now joining us, we were sharing facts about the credit unions in Grenada.
The Grenville Cooperative Credit Union Limited wishes to inform members and the general public of the change in operating hours effective Monday 15th May 2023. The Customer Service Center, Seaton Brown Street, Grenville, Monday to Thursday 7:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. Friday 7:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Lucas Street, St. George's Branch, Monday to Thursday 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Friday 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Saturday 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. The main office, Jubilee Street, Grenville, Monday to Thursday 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Friday 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Saturday 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. Looking forward to a Grand Anse branch coming soon. The Grenville Cooperative Credit Union Limited, the credit union of Grenville.
Welcome back. Just in case you are just joining us, we were sharing some facts about the credit union movement. Credit unions actively serve the underserved by providing affordable financial services and exploring workable solutions. Credit unions are dedicated to serving the underserved populations. Credit unions believe everyone deserves the opportunity at financial success, so we actively work to make that possible. Credit unions are everywhere. What if you're traveling and need cash from an ATM, or move to a different city or country and need to take out a loan? Think you won't be able to find a credit union? Think again. According to the World Council of Credit Unions, 86,054 credit unions throughout 118 countries serve over 291 million members worldwide. Some credit unions even participate in something called shared branching. If your credit union participates in shared branching, it means you make certain transactions at any other credit union that also participates in shared branching. Credit unions help people pursue their financial goals. Credit unions work together with members in a real partnership to help them plan out and stay on track towards their financial goals. You might call it elevated personal service, but it's just the credit union's way. What's more, credit unions keep financial inclusion top of their minds by providing services to and considering the right approaches for members of all income levels. And finally, each year we observe International Credit Union Day. Did you know that the third Thursday in the month of October is International Credit Union Day? It's been celebrated since 1948. So remember to wish your favorite credit union a happy Credit Union Day when it comes around this year. There you have it, the facts about credit unions served up to show how credit unions can help empower people to reach their full financial potential. If you're not a member of a credit union, today is a good day to join. Call the Grenville Cooperative Credit Union on telephone number 442-8602. We are waiting to hear from you. And that's it for us this week. Again, remember, if you have missed any of our programs this season, we have introduced the television version to Did You Know? And all the programs are uploaded on all our social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and remember, our website. So until next week, I am your presenter, Oslin Crosby. Grenville Credit Union, your financial institution who values our membership and strives to provide exceptional customer service.
Yes, agriculture is the number one. Number one, yes, the number one. Oh yes, the number one. It's the number one. Why you disown agriculture?
Yeah, it's agriculture, and BJ is here, of course. But I had to. My good friend Pele Dabo reached out to me, and I had to reach back out to him. And while the break was going on, we were having this conversation, and I thought that it was the best thing to have Pele say it himself. And he did point out to me, he says, Andre, there is a provision for someone to rerun a race by himself. Pele, good morning. Hold on, bro. Hold on. Let me just fix something here. All right. Are you there?
Yeah.
Right. Talk to me now.
Yes, like I was telling you, I appreciated your previous conversation, the lengthy conversation with the lady, with regards to the incident. But then I have seen it both locally, yes, I saw it locally once, I can't remember exact time, and even regionally or internationally, a provision for an athlete to be given an opportunity to run a race all by himself or herself. I've seen it. I cannot quote the IAF rule or what, but it is there. It is there. After protest, that could be one of the conditions that can take place. But then again, after protest, there is also appeal. And like I say, if the people feel strongly about it, they can take it even to the Privy Council.
Yeah, they could.
Yes,
they could
you could take it right up. Unfortunately, I didn't see the incident, but so I could just speak on the provision that's there. So for an athlete to be given that opportunity.
But Pele, the question here is, it happened just after, correct?
I don't know.
Yeah, well, based on what I'm understanding, it seemed that he was given the opportunity to run right after. That is I am subject to correction here, because someone may call and say, no, Andre, it didn't happen that way. Now, if they came up with a decision, now who protested? Did the athlete protest for himself? Did his coaches and managers protest for him? And how fast, not how fast, but why did it seem that it went through very quickly? And that brings things into doubt.
Well, you see, I don't know what is the window of protest.
Yeah.
If it must be done 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 1 hour later, right? But apparently, if there was a protest, it would have been done in the window of the, at least it should have been done. Because remember that the games are operated under IAAF rules.
Correct.
And if they are going to be sticking to the rules, they're going to follow it. Okay, one, the coach would go to the, like I said, the games director and say, look, I have a protest. And then they'll go to the protest committee and they'll come up with whatever the decision is. So the decision is, no, your protest can't stand, forget it. The decision is you have a point, you're valid, so your athlete will have to run over the race by himself, and well, time would take him into, qualification.
But Pele, there's also this question. Based on what I'm hearing, the young gentleman heard a second shot. Cool, no problem. Out of 8 of you, you were the only one who heard a second shot. Now, did the person who has that pistol for the second shot, did they fire a second shot?
Well, I don't know, but Andre, that's what you heard, eh?
Yes, that's what I heard.
Was that the beef of the protest? I pulled up in the race because I heard the recall. Was that the protest? I mean, if that is what was protested, I would say that he has dog hearing. Because like you said, dogs can hear at higher decibels than human beings. Right. So if you have 8 people in a race and 1 pull up, if you have 8 people and 1 pull up, and he say he heard a shot, I mean, what happened to the like you say, did the man, the recall starter, for want of a better term?
Yeah.
You go to and say, did you recall the race?
That's it. There, did you?
Right. That's a question that has to be answered. Did he recall the race? Right.
And if he didn't recall the race, Pele, then the protest by the young gentleman and his team does not stand.
Well, if that is what they are protesting,
yeah.
You see, that is it. If he's protesting here in a second gun, and like you talk about the people with the yellow flag and the white flag, the track officials, did a protest a yellow flag go up in the air, right? It's all those things have to check when coming to a decision as to give the young athletes an opportunity to rerun the race,
All right, on a good note, I know you're a PBC boy.
Yes. Yeah, PBC.
But and I want to congratulate you. In the first couple of events, on the first day you did lead. Congratulations.
No, Angela, let me put that in perspective. Traditionally, presentation, Brothers College, and not what I heard in an interview yesterday, presentation Boys College. That is a different kettle of fish. Presentation Brothers College, normally, if you check intercol records throughout, normally do very well, and even at times dominate sub-junior or junior, and sometimes both sub-junior and junior. So what was noticeable on the first day, one of the weakness of presentation college, and I think that has no come to fruition with the additional, with the increase in the school population.
Yeah.
And also a focus on field athletes. The presentation Brothers College, they did very well on the first day, in particular with the field athletes.
Yeah.
And on the second day, unfortunately, that messed up on the third leg. They were in medal for that. They would have gotten a medal, I think, was the 4x1 seniors. They would have gotten a medal.
Final question for you for this morning, Pele.
Before you go, final question. There is an athlete, I can't remember his name, in Presentation College. Or I think they have a couple athletes that on the track team for Carifta, on the team for Carifta. And this, I think the one who throws the javelin, it's a cinch that he may medal. Right?
At Carifta?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
that's good. That's good news.
Yeah.
That's good news.
I think, he's on the team. He may medal. He's throwing like hell. And not just throwing, his form is excellent. So you see development there.
Yeah.
You know?
All right. So my final question for you this morning, Pele. Straight up. And you know I will always call a spade. You will do same. Persons seem not to be satisfied with the level of commentary that we are producing. Do you fall into that category of persons, and why?
Why do you want me to fall into a mire?
Well,
I have to fall.
That is Andre. That is
I have
Andre.
been listening and following the intercall, and there is a lot of chatter that's going on. And one, there is a lot of chatter. Two, there is a dearth of technical experience, I should say, for want of a better word. Well, let me put it this way. If you have the commentators talking about the octagon instead of the oxaclon, something has to wrong. And they're saying it over and over and over. Here come the athletes for the octagon. And then you hear a commentator saying, I'm still talking about me and my grammar. I don't care about all you on that. A commentator saying, she would have broken the record. If she would have broken the record, she didn't break the record. Andre would have been running in intercall for McDonald College. But he got laid up 2 days before.
Yep.
Would have. That is something else. The names of the school, particularly the Sisters of Clooney. And we have a little religious thing on the further down Church Street, right? The Sisters of Clooney.
Yep.
A group of nuns of the Roman Catholic Church established 2 convents in Grenada. And as they have it, they name the convents after the tongue or the closest tongue in which they are. Hence, we have St. Joseph's Convent, St. George's.
St. George's, correct.
And it's not the location. I am said yesterday, a commentator, St. Joseph's Convent on Upper Church Street, St. George. Parishes don't have streets. Tongues have streets. Right?
Yep.
St. George's is the tongue of St. George. And then the other school, St. Joseph Convent, Grenville. Not St. Andrew or St. Andrews, like we say. And we count 1, 2, 3. Not 1, 2, 3. And I don't care what people say about that, about we colonial, we talking colloquially and this. I went to presentation college from Victoria, and I could talk country booky like anybody else. But there is a time and place for proper grammar. And you have people listening and they have to learn. I mean, look, Andre, you are talking about the technical stuff. Since this first day, a commentator is saying they are running the 1,500 meters, 3.5 laps around the track. That is 1,400 meters. And I tell myself, whoever that commentator, he could have never gone to presentation college like me and Dr. Keith Mitchell and those, because we know maths.
Well, it's
about 400 track.
Then, yeah.
And you have to run 1,500 meters. You run 400 3 times, and then you run 300. 3/4 of 400 is 300. So the rate is 3 3/4 laps around the park. And the mistakes are being made, or they've been with, look, you hear, with monotonous regularity. And not, there is a commentator, he keeps saying it all the time. St. Joseph Convent, St. George, like if he's so right. It is not the location, it is the name of the school. You wouldn't say Grenville Anglican Secondary School.
Nope.
Neither you wouldn't say St. Andrew Secondary School instead of GSS.
Yeah, it's Grenville Secondary School.
You have to call the name of the school. Something else I noted, and it came up late yesterday. You have people sponsoring and paying money. It's only late. I heard talking about Wagiti, St. David Catholic Secondary School. I think Wagiti sponsored that. And Nawasa SAS. I mean, a school like SAS that dominate and continue to dominate track and field have a sponsorship from Nawasa, although we ain't getting water out Grenville side. But give the people the flowers. Nawasa SAS, and it is sounding nicer.
Of course it does.
Nawasa SAS.
Wagiti St. David sounds good too.
Yes, I mean, that is what the people put their money there for. Right? I mean, yes, they help in the school, but they want, they want the promotion and stuff like that.
And then the production of the broadcast, Pele, is a production of the secondary schools. It's their production. So whatever is happening there in relation to Nawasa and Wagiti and whosoever else would have been sponsoring whatever, they have to.
Well, that is a point. That is a very, very, very good point. The quality of the technical quality in terms of the television aspect,
Mm-hmm.
The covering of the event. Like I told a senior executive of TNR on the first day, the quality of the commentary is diluting the efforts of the videos, right? I mean, my partner from St. Vincent called me and I said, it's a local team that doing that, And I said, look out for Carista.
Yeah.
I said, the man said, what impresses him more than anything else is the replays.
Yeah.
A couple minutes afterwards, you have replays. Yeah, and then again,
there's one thing I saw, Pele, that they need to get right, and it has to do with the director, the drone shots. Now, the drone shots of a race, you see, because when they're doing the running commentary of a race, I get the feeling that the commentators, they are not looking at what is being shown on the television. They're looking at the race. They're not looking at the monitor. They're looking on the field, and that is wrong. They should be looking. They should be told.
What they're seeing at home on the screen.
Yeah. They have to do so and look at the screen so that they can tell people. Look at the monitor, and so you can tell people exactly what's going on. Yeah.
Andre, it's television. We go tell you why you have vision, why you see. So we have to tell you what you're seeing.
Yes.
Did I say, not Thelma Campbell, but some old person. Oh, Mr. What your name? Is Mr. Smith?
Ray?
Ray Smith.
Ray Smith, yeah.
Yeah, he that give me that kind of thing about telling what you see.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Henna, I know because I did, but them and I think it's a 40-inch monitor, you know.
They do?
But a big monitor. Oh, something else, Andrew. The CG on the screen, the graphic.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, man. When you've done your hits, you have hit 1 and hit 2 and thing, and they select 8 people. You're going and run a final, not a finals. Final, the last is one event. Final. So it's the 100-meter senior boys final, not finals.
Pele, do you want to offer your services for Carifta Games?
No.
Well, I was just saying we could go down.
Oh, you mean
No, we could speak to TNR and say, hey guys, we're available. We can help you out here. Don't worry.
Hello.
What's that?
I don't help out people when it comes to that. You can go to food fair or buy Lalsing with help out.
That is true. That is so true. That is so true, my brother. Anyway, let me chase you, man. Have a nice day.
Yes, man. And remember, when you get a chance, play for me by the Merryman. Is the Merryman? Too many guns in the tongue?
No, that would be too many guns. That would have to be
True Doings?
No. That other Bajan band that Troy used to like so much, man.
Not Sandpebbles.
No, man. Too many guns in the land.
How they call the Merryman?
No, that's not the Merrymen. That's another Bajan group that Troy Garvey loved. They did a couple of tracks, man. I can't. No, it wasn't the Merrymen. It wasn't the Merrymen. Definitely. Yeah.
You know, I go on YouTube and look for
Yeah, go on YouTube and message me.
Anyway, thanks, and well, have a pleasant day.
You too, my brother. Take care.
I'll go and drink some
Big
time.
Big time. All right. Take care, my brother.
Right. Okay, man. Bye.
Okay, one love. Yeah, great. It's real. It's 91.9, 91.5, www.therefmgrenada.com. Excuse me. What's wrong in my chest? You know, I do like how the doctors do. They put their hand in your chest and they knock their hand with their finger, or they knock your chest, like if they could hear something, and they're just watching in your face and knocking. Anyway, let me not even talk about that. Let me talk about the fact that I have been joined, as I told you before, I've been joined by my brethren who visits me every Thursday morning without fail. And I'm speaking of no other than Bertrand John. Yeah, folks call him BJ. BJ, good morning. How you doing, bro?
Morning, Andrew.
Everything good?
Everything okay.
All right. You look fine this morning. What's up?
Always looking fine.
No. Sometimes you come in here and you look kind of troubled. But you look really kind of this morning.
I am troubled this morning.
Why are you troubled?
Feeling overwhelmed
by
everything that is happening around me.
What is taking place?
Work,
Intercall?
everything. Sometimes you just feel overwhelmed because you have so much things to do and you doesn't know where to start, and everything seems to be squeezing you. You feel that way every time, from time to time in life, if you're active, and that's life. I'm here and I'm thanking God to be alive still. Most importantly,
I'm here, and just like you, I'm thanking God that I'm here and that I'm able to talk to people.
Most importantly?
Yeah, and influence their thoughts in positive fashion. We have a caller on the line who's been there for a while, it seems. Let's take that caller. Uh-oh, no, that one dropped out. Left us a long time ago, it looked like. So what's happening agriculturally, Bertrand?
I'm here at your service, Andrew.
Okay.
Every Thursday, I am your guest. Agriculturally, this is a big, wide question. Don't know where to start. What happened agriculturally? Think about it. You need to be a little more specific as to what it is you want to inquire about.
Well, what I want to know is, as we go along, for instance, and let me bring it straight to, because what I try to do is to draw parallels when we talk agriculture, and based on what is happening in the air, and we can draw certain parallels. Now, intercall is on right now, is a big thing. A lot of athletes, because of pressure, because of lack of lack of hydration, proper hydration, and so they end up with cramps, correct?
Yeah.
Right. First and foremost, and I'm going straight home to the banana thingy. Banana, potassium, based on what Junior Murray said in an interview one time when he was questioned about how is he able to withstand stooping behind the stumps for an entire day and then come back the next day and do it all over again. How is he able? And he did say that bananas, he would have a couple of bananas every break that he gets, meaning at the lunch break, at the tea break, that kind of thing. He'd do so and make sure that he has bananas, and that would help him in relation to cramps and so on. So I'm saying that, hey, why isn't, and this is not a knock on the government, this is not a knock on the government, why isn't the Principals Association, why aren't they looking differently, BJ? It's been years now. Looking differently in one, having, because most schools have to go down with their water for their athletes. I think that we've gone beyond that. We have Claboni, we have Glenegg, is there another one? Montpio and Claboni is the same thing, right?
I don't think so.
Okay, but we have about 3 or 4 different water companies, maybe 5 water companies in Grenada at present. And are you telling me, BJ, that the Principals Association can't write to these companies and say, hey, we need unlimited amount of water for our athletes, and have water fountains where the athletes can have access to them and not necessarily have to bring their water to the national stadium? That's one. 2, you ripen bananas, BJ. You do that throughout the year. There's another place on the island that does it too. Marketing Board, ripen bananas. Why doesn't the Principal Association get in contact with yourself, you, Marketing Board, and say, hey, we would like you to provide bananas for our children. We can't pay 20 cents a pound, but we're in a position to give you 12 cents a pound. And we're asking for you to give us 8 cents on every pound as a sponsor. Couldn't that be done, BJ?
Actually, looking at it beyond that, Andre, too many times we tend to look at results and don't look at the build up to the results. And what we do, we end up with mediocre results because of the way we set it out, the whole planning process. Andre, in order for you to have good athletes, you have to have healthy athletes.
Correct.
And to have healthy athletes, you have to feed them properly year-round. Systems and structures is what is missing, Andre. You don't want to give the kid some bananas at affordable price only when we have intercall. Okay. This needs to be done year-round. Just think about the economic value, the health benefit that you can, that can derive from feeding the kid, say, with 1 banana per day, all school kid, and 1 egg per day. And this should be grown and produce locally, think about the economic benefit that can derive from that. Think about the health benefit that can derive from that, Andre.
But even if
look at the economic activities, the transportation and whatnot. But Andre, we don't spend money on the right thing.
Because even if you look, BJ, for instance, the Grenada Seventh-day Adventist Comprehensive School, aka Mount Rose, they have quite a bit of land in Pointsfield, correct? They have some land in Pointsfield. Do they still have it?
Andre, I think so.
Yeah.
And I think I know where you're going with this.
Yeah. But hold on, McDonald College, they too have land. So couldn't these things be projects with the students for, how do they call it, SBAs? So that's the agricultural project, and they can grow the bananas, they can cause you to have them ripen for them, and I'm not talking for intercol, I'm talking for throughout the school year. They can grow the chickens and harvest the eggs, so that the children, not only the children at McDonald College, but at the different primary schools and so on, and so in the parish, can benefit from that, and then the children who are dealing with it, they too, BJ, would benefit, because that goes as the SBA to the same CXC for a subject like agriculture. Couldn't we get smart and do these things?
We have to be creative, Andre. We have to be innovative in the way we do things. The world is a dynamic place. It's ever changing. We can't stick with the old traditional way of functioning, or else we're going to get left behind. Andre, think about it intricately. Not just the school that have scale lands. Think about them if you reorganize in a real, scientific way. The Maribor Farm School, they are the ones that should be producing all the eggs for all the schools in Grenada. It comes from a central place, easier to feed. The same kids from the secondary school can go and get a practical experience right there. You can produce, whatever milk you want to do, not just for schools, but for schools and hospital and whatnot. And you can get those things going, but it takes, an organized mind. It takes everybody on board. It takes people to buy into it. It takes, government to want to spend the money in the right place. All of those things, Andre. We have a work cut out, and we just, playing around. We're taking too long to organize ourselves in the way we ought to feed ourselves. The United Nations say, Andre, clean water is a necessity, That's one of the goals, to health and well-being, you need to have a source of clean water everyone, Andre. We shouldn't be thinking about carrying water down to St. George's. We should have clean water down St. George's. You know something, Andre? When I was growing up as a, young, as a kid, you could have drink water in the standpipe just like that and don't have no issue. No, everybody frightened to drink some water over the standpipe. They want it in a bottle and whatnot. And think about what would have changed. The ecosystem that would have changed, Andre, so the water don't taste the same way. The demand on it also, to produce health, good water for good health.
So, how do we fix that?
We need to take a collective approach. We have to change the status quo. We have to change the way we do things. We have to, basically put ourselves on the right path for modern day living, Andre. We aren't doing it, we are reacting, and that's the problem. The kid getting cramp and they need some bananas. We need to prevent the kid from getting cramps by giving him the bananas before, and long time before, and continuously too, because that is essential. Man is just a building block of elements, he's nothing different, with maybe a spiritual side and a social side and that kind of thing. But what form you in the physical side is just elements. And in order to sustain those things, you require certain nutrients. Or is it going to collapse? Your muscles and stuff going to collapse. They're made up of certain, things that, require certain elements in order for them to function properly. And if you can't give your body that, then you're not really living healthy.
But what are you willing to do for the schools in St. Patrick?
I work hard every day, Andre.
No, what are you willing to do
I
for the
am
schools in
working
St.
hard every day. It's not this don't have to change by me giving the kids some banana all the time. I give the kids banana all the time. This wouldn't change the status quo. Andre, what is required is a place like Marketing Board, together with the Feed and Nutrition Council, together with government input. And I'm wrong in coming up with the stakeholders from the top of my head.
Yeah.
The principal association and whoever, they can have different people and they can come up with a committee, and they are the steering committee that is responsible for feeding the nation's children. And the food should come in from not just maybe they can cook in the school still, because you have the different cooks there placed in those schools, but all the ingredients from cooking should come from Marketing Board, and the government should pay Marketing Board. I want to ensuring that Marketing Board, you give them that special sort of a thing to functioning, because remember they're helping farmers with subsidizing things wherever they could. So the government had to find ways and means to keep them afloat. And in the feed and nutrition people should be the one that working on the menu 5 days for the week. So when you come in St. Patrick Anglican School, you don't have to worry about what the kids are getting today and what is being cooked today and stuff like that. That is planned out weeks before, and the nutrients are ready to process so the kids can live healthy. That's the only way, Andre. You have central facilities and you have direct control over things. Not some farmer telling you, I'm bringing 5 lettuce for you today and then you don't see them. And the kids can't get no lettuce and those kind of things. We need to be more structured, more formidable. We have to.
As a caller online, good morning.
Good morning to Mr. Andre Donald and good morning to Mr. BJ
Radio Clifford
and Mr. BJ. Wonderful conversation. A lot of the schools in Grenada have lands responsible to the schools. For instance, Shepherd School, you talk about Pointsfield have Mount Rose have lands in Pointsfield. Shepherd School have over more than an acre of land. More than an acre of land. Even Nulo have piece of land behind them. The school in the RC school in Gual have banners that we planted it and that I met there. We used to supply banners to the school almost every week. We got 2, 3, 4 bunches of banners for the school. So the method is known, the idea is known. It's just that, and now the government is talking about the government responsible for the school feeding program in its entirety. Then we should be seeing the dynamic men of planting up the schools, and it is under the 4-H organization responsible for that. So the effort is there, but I don't know what is happening. I understand there's a new, not a new, but a next permanent secretary in the Ministry of Agriculture. I don't know if BJ is aware of that. We had Mr. Aaron, what was the gentleman's name? But I think now is Mr. Bagwan that is there.
So Mr. Francois is no longer there.
Right. Mr. Francois is no longer there. So they keep changing, and that might be the third or fourth permanent secretary since this government come in. So what we do is we keep changing the permanent secretaries. So permanent secretary can't even get to sit down and do the planning.
Well, they'll have to decide on that. They're making the changes, Clifford, and one cannot. I mean, one will do some and point out and say, hey, why are you making these changes? And I always say, you make your changes and it doesn't work, that is to your folly. You make your changes and it works, hey, all glory to you. I can't take that away from you.
Yeah,
it's just... Go ahead.
We ain't seen any development in moving one permanent secretary to our next one. We haven't seen anything coming in any new idea coming in. Also, what we've seen is just the state of agriculture remain the same way. So they need to grow agriculture for agriculture to move, and we ain't seen that. With a lot of movement you change Minister of Agriculture, have you seen any improvement? No. You change the permanent secretary, have you seen any improvement? No. You change the chief technical officer. Have you seen any improvement? No. And we just continue going wrong in those circles. Going wrong in those circles and nothing coming out of it. And I'm saying there is a lot of caption. For instance, there was a time when the NMP brought in some banana plants, give it to specific farmers. Farmers were saying that they have bananas and they can't get it sell. Today we are catching them to get bananas, green bananas in Grenada. So things is just not, and as Mr. BJ said, I think the marketing board should be the person able to identify where you can get those substances, where you can get what amount of bananas you could get in St. Andrews, what amount of bananas you could get in St. John, and you coordinate that together. That's what we need. So then you have funds to pay for that, because if the government take over the food cleaning program, they must have funds to put into it. They must be able to put funds into it to feed the children, because you want to make sure the children have a proper nutrition.
Yeah. All right,
so
Cliff.
we're not seeing any light coming out in those things, and there's room for it.
All right, bro. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, great. It's real. It's 91.9, 91.5, www.realfmgrenada.com. The time has now moved on to 23 minutes, and that is before the 9 o'clock hour. Andrew Dahl with Birch and John, as per usual, on a Thursday morning right here on your favorite radio station. And we talk agriculture, and we try to talk real life agriculture, if I can put it this way, and look at where we believe that in the immediate, these are things that can be done. Because at this particular point in time, BJ, the government is on, something that they've done is says free meals for all children, I think at no cost.
Yep.
And what a wonderful thing to start to incorporate more local stuff. And you mentioned the Grenada Food and Nutrition Council.
You have to get them involved.
Get them involved. You know, and then you can, if you start this program from the pre-primary schools, don't start at the primary schools, start it at the pre-primary schools, and let the children cultivate the taste for different things, for the tamarind juice, for the cherry juice, for the banana pie. Do you understand? For the local chicken. There may be a day when you might want to overload them with some carbohydrates, but then on that day is the same day you can get them, or the next day you know that you're bringing them out in the field so that they can burn it out. You can cook the brown down, BJ. The children, they would love these things.
Andre,
where are we? What are we doing?
Food is part of your culture. And you need to cultivate that culture within your eating habits and that you have in your country. And you don't find that some of the traditional food that we used to use are disappearing, or they're not tasty as they used to before, and those kind of things, because people don't really understand what is the formula, how to do it, the recipe. Andre, besides we trying to do those things in a disorganized way, which is, and I'm sure people trying, because the teachers and them those be asking, BJ, you have this, and BJ, you have that, and they call, and you have some pumpkins and whatever. Andre, those things should be coming from a central place. Obesity is a problem in Grenada. Obesity leads to other diseases. The highest, in terms of diseases, the thing that causes the most death, diseases that causes the most death is non-communicable disease, Things like diabetes, cancer, high blood pressure. Those are the kind of things that are causing the havoc in Grenada, Andre, in terms of people dying. And we have to address it. We have to address it in a serious way, right from, pre-primary, whatever.
From the get-go.
Right from the outset. We need to start eating properly. Andre, the United Nations stated that a lot of years ago. Maybe 20 or 30 years ago. They said, you know something? If countries don't want to feed themselves, they are the people who feeding them. And the people who feeding them can do two things. They either starve you to death or they poison you. Either way, you're going to death. So you could as well as start feeding your own self, and that is absolutely true. Some of the food that you think you are getting that is actually nutrifying you, it is actually killing you, Andre. You have to grow your own food and eat properly. Life is about sustenance. If you don't sustain yourself properly every day, you don't have the energy to produce. You wouldn't be efficient. You wouldn't be productive. That's where it starts from.
I tell you what, bro, we're going to take a commercial break and then we'll come right back. This is Real FM Radio. It's 18 minutes now before the 9 o'clock hour. Stay with us.
50 years as an independent nation. Now that's a reason to celebrate. Bank on a bright future with Coop Bank as we celebrate more than 50 years of partnership with Grenadians. Aspire, build and advance with 100% financing to buy land, purchase or build your home, or make those much needed home upgrades. No loan fees, no legal fees, low interest rates. And that's not all. 100% financing on brand new vehicles with 50% off loan fees. Celebrate you this year with special financing from Coop Bank. Apply today.
Welcome home.
The St. Patrick's RC Satyrs and Holy Spirit RC Chantimel presents their Lenten Mission. Time 6 p.m. from March 11th to March 15th. Heart on fire, feet on the move. Inspired by Luke 24:13-35. Holy Spirit RC Church Chantimel on Monday and Tuesday. At the Satyrs Hard Court on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Featured speaker Father Gerard Paul. Come one, come all, and listen to the Word of God.
In an industry where customers expect quality, M&N Hardware Limited is a leader in locally manufactured aluminum windows, doors, roofing, and guttering. Our manufacturing division is efficient, flexible, and will always go the extra mile to surpass customer expectations. If you need security, sash, casement, or projected windows, we're able to do it. Our security and heavy-duty doors are state-of-the-art and can be customized specifically for you. Using innovative coating technologies and protective film, our roofing and guttering is weather-resistant, providing outstanding color retention for many years. Available in 24 and 26 gauge and a variety of color options. We are the leading company, a family that is proving to customers they can have their dream products. M&N Hardware Limited. Foundation to roof, let's build together.
50 years as an independent nation. Now that's a reason to celebrate. Bank on a bright future with Coop Bank as we celebrate more than 50 years of partnership with Grenadians. Aspire, build and advance with 100% financing to buy land, purchase or build your home, or make those much needed home upgrades. No loan fees, no legal fees, low interest rates. And that's not all. 100% financing on brand new vehicles with 50% off loan fees. Celebrate you this year with special financing from Coop Bank. Apply today.
Welcome home.
Step inside. Immerse yourself in colors that come alive.
Color by Sissons.
Let your imagination run wild. Surround yourself in a world of color.
Color by Sissons.
Endless inspiration. Bold expression. Bold expression.
Color by Sissons. Sissons. Express your style with Color by Sissons.
The first word when you speak about furniture is classic. Yes, at Classic Furniture, they design and make the best in local furniture. All their products are made from the finest local wood available on island. You think it, they design it and make it to your expectations. The highest standards at the best possible price, and they also provide higher purchase for you, their valued customers. Located on Ben Jones Street in Grenville with their factory at Chantimel in St. Patrick. That's where you need to visit when looking for products made of
the finest local wood. They deliver and install items at no extra cost. Your satisfaction is their mission. The extra step is taken to ensure their customers are completely satisfied. They do doors and finished kitchens, supplies mattresses, and restores antique pieces to look like the first day they were made. Hey, give us a call on 442-4645 and 442-9726. Classic Furniture, Grenada's homegrown furniture producers.
It is said, the proof of the pudding is in the eating. Therefore, the authenticity of the beverage can only be acquired in the taste. A taste which is original to Antoine de Beauregard Industries and comes from a combination of spices and local rum, which can hold its own all over the world. Woodman, a strength which speaks for itself. A taste which stands out from the rest, bottled with care, which speaks to perfection. Try Woodman today and be stunned by a flavor as never before. Let your palate savor that which is produced locally. Do not be deterred by substandard products. Our taste speaks volumes and sets us apart from the competition. You will be satisfied with every sip of our product. Say rum, say Woodman, feel satisfaction. Now that's quality.
Tourism is me, tourism is you, tourism is everybody, and tourism connects us all.
Did you know that tourism generates revenue and foreign exchange earnings?
Did you know it stimulates infrastructural development and facilitates cultural exchange among people?
You must know tourism is linked to all industries,
from agriculture to construction.
So support the industry today and be welcoming to all our visitors.
Tourism is my business, tourism is your business, tourism is our business. Listen one and all, tourism connects us all.
A message from the Ministry of Tourism
and the Grenada Tourism Authority.
Yes, agriculture is the number one. Number one, yes, the number one. Oh yes, the number one. It's the number one. Why you disown agriculture? I'm talking to the youths of this nation and those wicked politicians, like they want to structure the plan. Well, from to the revolution, agriculture was on top. Man Jack and didn't do too bad. After that, you know the whole thing flop. Why? Everybody want to sit down in computer, and they forget agriculture. Oh yes, everybody want to sit down in computer, agriculture, and they forget agriculture. Oh yes, everybody want to sit down in computer. You could live without clothes, and they forget agriculture. Everybody want to sit down in computer. I tell you just now, my brothers, all you go with them computers. To ship plenty nectars all the way down to Trinidad during the revolution. We used to use up all the fruits that we had. When we could do nutmeg and banana was at the highest level. Now the youth them don't want to take over from the elders and continue. Oh, that's why everybody want to sit down in computer.
as my good friend DC Ranks to say, everybody wants to sit down in agriculture, in computer, and they forget agriculture. DC Ranks is your friend too, right, BJ?
Yes, Andre,
I haven't
he's
seen
my
him for
friend.
a while. I haven't seen him for a while.
Hard-working chap, always, on the go.
Yeah, he's into the taxi business more.
He's into everything. He wanted to set up a farm recently. Hard-working chap, very patriotic, Andre.
Right. Who you backing today? Who's gonna come away with the trophy? Come on.
Sports, Andre.
Yeah. Who's gonna come away with the trophy? And don't tell me where you know.
Whoever deserves to
No. That's
win.
what I don't want you to tell me, BJ. Come on. Pick.
Andre, I'm a McDonald College boy, so I would go for McDonald College. But normally SAS has a very good record. And if it's one thing about SAS people, they know how to celebrate when they win. They come up and
They know how to win.
And jump up around the whole of Grenville and whatever.
Well, if McDonald College did win a couple of times, and they did jump
we
up
make
too.
a little thing, but nothing to with tongue. So as you climb on top of it once or twice, you're tired, on one street we have. So
that's why you should have better athletes.
Anyway, we have good athletes. In terms of the ratio in quantity of kids in the schools, I always tend to have a lot more kids than other country schools and stuff like that. And they're always doing well. They had good coach and fairly good programs and stuff like that. And it's all great for Andre. Happy I am, Andre, to see that the kids are back and about and can come out of the classroom and exhibit them, athletic qualities and stuff like that. And once upon a time, that was missing in Grenada. You didn't have intercal and those things. Teachers went on whatever, work to rule and all of those things. And allow me beg and say, something, brethren, this thing is non-productive. This thing, we don't thought out that thing properly at all. And nobody listening to me. I'm saying this is going to affect our country.
And you went from work to rule to COVID.
And the kids was just, locked up inside and nothing to showcase the quality and stuff like that. No, I'm very, very happy that the kids can come out and do the cross country and, because Andre, exercise is an integral part of, healthy living, good living. And as far as I'm concerned, it's that will help in terms like how the kids study and how they retain certain things, Andre. If you're unfit, your retention rate is very, very low because you're unfit, minimal, and you need a lot of oxygen to go in your brain in order to function properly, and that's really great. That the kids can burn out some of the excess calorie because we eating funny, Andre. And that's why I want somebody to guide the way the kids eat right from the early age. Because if you start that, you're gonna have healthier people. You're gonna have you're able to control your disease that derive from your eating habits and stuff like that. If you're able to put a lead on that, you will have a healthier population. And if you have those preventative measures, if you seriously implement them, your health bill will go down, Andre. You will have less people walking around amputated and all of those things. A lot of those things are, effect of, diabetes too and whatnot. You have to remove limbs and all of those things. Mm-hmm. You will have a healthier population if you feed your people properly, if you eat properly. If you exercise properly, your health bill will be a lot less. You'll have less burden on your health system. A lot of people, Andre, put aside money for when them get sick and get old, and them say, something, I'm starving myself now for future life. Andre, that's the wrong way to live. You need to prevent it. You need to eat healthy. You need to function properly now, so tomorrow you will have a healthier life. What you're doing, you're making yourself get sick and trying to cure it later. That's a reactive way of living. The wrong way. Preventative, Andre.
Be proactive and preventive.
Yes, that's the way to go. You spend less money in the end. Your health bill will be less. And you will have a healthier, longer life. Elementary, Andre. We just have to leave it. We don't just have to talk it.
But I want us to. I want this program to start with a secondary school in the parish. I will speak to Mr. Andel and see if we can start giving some advice. I don't believe that McDonald College would have sold their lands as yet, because they have quite a bit of land down in the lower Mali area. I don't think they would have sold.
Policy, Andre. We need to have the right policies in place to make some of those things mandatory. And you need to make school in such a way that you don't just go to pick up academic qualification, 13 and 14, 15, 20, or what them call them these days, CXE. And when you come out there, you probably don't know anything at all. And practically, you're not fit for actual living. You're not ready to go out the grass yet. You just have those, qualification, but it don't make you ready for life. It don't fit you for life. We need to educate our people in such a way that you make them fit for life. You make them fit for living. And your life is a practical process, And if you don't do things in a practical way, you're going to basically, wither away and die. You can sit down and imagine if you want to, if you don't do the things that you dream about, if you don't put your dreams on paper, Andrew, you are in trouble. And if you don't materialize it, you're in trouble. You're just dreaming. You're just a dreamer. You're living on ways and means. And that's what they need to, Andre, if we have, say, a unit that producing milk in Grenada, say Belmont Estate, they are sitting right in the central part of St. Patrick's, more or less. You have schools around them and whatever. And Andre, the kids should be going in the school, in that entity, and learn the process. That in itself can get it you thinking and saying, something, I probably would expand that when I leave school. So you have that focus. I like that. I like the process. And him thinking about, something, and the government need to make it available. They need to have proper milking goats, so you can go in and buy 20 milking goats that you can go and start off something. They need to have those kind of units around, Andre, where people can get set up cars, you don't have trouble to find money. So there are opportunities. Andre, there is always opportunities in feeding yourself,
30 seconds, that's all you have, BJ?
Yes, why you think I did farming? Because I know food, Andre, all right, is the most important need of human being. If you don't eat properly, if you don't have the right food, you are in trouble. Everybody who's selling food and you're doing it properly would make money, because people have to eat, and they eat every day.
People must eat.
They must eat.
Thank you, Bertrand John. Have yourself a wonderful day. Any special thing you're doing this weekend?
Any special thing? Weekend, Andre?
Yeah, well, it's weekend. It's Thursday. The weekend starts.
A long way from that, still I walk every day, Andre. That's what I do every day, and I walk every day. So when the weekend comes, and it's even hard on the weekend, because normally the workers are, on weekend break, and I have to take care of things all by myself.
Yeah, that happens. I know the feeling. I know the feeling. And the other night I had to leave home at what? Sometime after 11. Station went off the air and I had to come down. And nobody else would do that. Yeah,
that's what me. When your own business is like that sometimes.
That's what it
is. Sweat and tears and the sacrifices.
The sacrifices. Bertrand John, thanks once again.
Have a good day, Andre. Morning to the listening public again.
One love.
Triple N. Informative, entertaining, and first. Every hour on the hour.
This is the latest update of news as produced by Triple